So don't you feel like a squirrel sometimes? You get to a gig, you're trying to put in some power, and you're trying to figure out where am I going to make this happen? And you just can't find a plug. You're looking everywhere. You're an outdoor, you're at an event, you're putting on a show. They say, oh, can you set up a speaker over there? Yeah, no problem. And it turns out you really can't set up a speaker over there. You're looking everywhere for a plug. You're looking next to everything, behind everything. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to set up right here. It'll be awesome. Here we go. Can't find a plug anywhere. So what do? You look around, you go, oh, wait a minute, what about over there? Maybe I'll find a plug there. Oh, look at this, it's an outlet. Oh, it's not on. What am I going to do now? Well, let's just set up over here instead. What about over there? So you know what? I think it's time to go back to the studio, figure out this problem once and for all, and make this right. So next time, we don't run into such a problem, because this is a pain in the butt. Oh, look, squirrel. 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 Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so we've got everything we need to fix our problem with our speakers out and about. That's our answer, right there. That's what we were missing. I mean, you're going to get asked all the time to do stuff outdoors, and you're going to want to bring that power to places there's no power. So this is how we're going to make it happen. Now, the only downfall with this is that you really can't hear anything from it. It doesn't really make very much noise. These are lithium batteries. Now, these are exactly the same type of batteries you're going to get in your laptop. So much so that even the connecting points here, this part, if you were to look in a laptop where the battery rests, connects to a laptop, the ones that you can still take out, of course, you're going to find that that's the connection point, those 4 pins right there. And laptops, by the way, are gas guzzlers. They are power-hungry little monsters. So to be able to take these guys, reconfigure them into a cube, so this way they're not, infringing on anybody's battery patents, can now do this and put it in a better product. Now you're right, you saw that, right? 2 different size batteries here. We've got, this is the 100, this is the 200. This goes into the Mackie Thump Go. This goes into the Sub Go. Why? Because the Sub Go is going to take more power to make it work. So they've given you a battery twice as big. Mackie was nice enough to supply me with backup batteries, with spare batteries to fill in the actual Sub Go's. So we've got all the batteries we need to do an incredible job. Now again, these batteries are rechargeable on their own. So when you buy an extra one, they're going to come with their own charger on it, but they'll also charge inside the speaker. Batteries that are lithium are very smart and they're very good. So this way you can leave them powered up as long as you need them to be. And in this case here, they can sit by for about 3 to 6 months without you having to worry much about them. Do charge them, by the way, just like anything else. So first, this guy right here. So first we're going to talk about the Mackie Thump Go. All right, the Mackie Thump Go. That's what we're going to talk about. Now, this speaker is not the first one to have a battery option on it, but it was one of the first ones that they really promoted the idea of you need a battery, you need a replaceable battery, you need a quick access battery. That's what they did with this guy. And they wanted the speaker to be loud enough so you can use it at any, small events. If you're having a cocktail, or if you're doing just the actual wedding services, or if you're doing a corporate gig where they just want you to be background music, you can do that with these guys. That's what this guy was all about. But they wanted you to be able to do it in places you normally wouldn't be able to do it. Places where you would need power, but there was none. So they wanted to go with a battery option. Now you can still run this as a regular speaker, and it's a pretty good speaker at that. So how do you get the battery in this guy? Well, you look up its bum right back here. In the bum of the speaker, you loosen these 2 screws. Notice I don't need a screwdriver. I can just take that apart by hand. Look at that. Oh, yes. Now remember I said it's got the same type of adapter a laptop would be, because it's very smart, very power efficient. I just have to check and see the orientation, of course, because you want to put it in the right way. Little push and it's in place. It's done. That's it. We're going to get this all back together by getting that bottom in first. Okay, and that's going to bring the whole thing up. So we're back on like that. Then we're going to give that push a little turn and twist. So that's, if we're going to critique this speaker, maybe we would have had a battery that looked more like something you would have seen on a drill or power tool, where they click in place, lock and load, snap it and click, and then it's there. It doesn't make the speaker better or worse. It's just a quicker snap in load option. So this way you can power one speaker down, replace the battery real quick without even having to take it off the stand and drop another battery in it right away and then go do the other one. And that's how we get the battery in this guy. Now again, efficiency is what it's all about. If I have to justify power and volume in a speaker, I'm going to do it simply by saying, if you know what an incandescent light bulb is and you know what an LED light bulb is, a 100-watt old school incandescent bulb gives you X amount of brightness, fills the room with brightness, you're able to read a book. An LED bulb that's just as bright as that 100-watt bulb only requires 9 to 11 watts of power. The more efficient it is, the better it is. That's what's going on right here. The power output, the dBs, how loud the speaker is, compared to its wattage, compared to an old school speaker, is much, much better. So dBs are good, but don't be fooled. dBs doesn't mean bass. I mean, it's still an 8-inch driver with a 1-inch tweeter. I mean, it can only do so much overall volume-wise, right? Okay, let's take a look at the subwoofer before we go any further. So that's the subwoofer. That's what we're talking about. When we're talking about subwoofer, we're talking about this guy right here. It's a double 8-inch sub. Now, what magically is happening? The speakers are not, it's not 2 8-inch just like this, like not like that. They're like this. They're like tapered towards each other, like that. It's squeezing all the sound together to give us a much stronger dominant sound as one solid mass, not just like two speakers doing their own thing. They're projecting sound directional as much as it can by design. Same way they do hanging line arrays. Very, very smart. Very well done. It's ported so the sound travels. Let's turn this sideways a bit here. Okay, so this is really important. This is how the sound travels in the speakers. You have a driver here that's slightly on an angle. It comes down here, comes straight down the center. Same thing. This guy comes down here, straight down the center. That's how it works. So you've got sound coming out this way and that way, and then you've got the back end pushing around and pushing up the center, just like that. And then that extra. So you get all that extra sound out of it. Very, very impressive. By the way, it's wood. It's wood. This isn't leave out in the rain type of gear, okay? So let's not get confused. It's battery powered, but not like, you know, chintzy little football soft speakers. This is, you tailgate with this, is going to be badass. Now remember, you still need a top. This isn't like I'm just going to buy that. That would be silly unless you already had a top. An 8 to 10 inch would be really good. If you had two of those, you can run one 12 on top of it, get a good mix out of it. People ask me all the time, is this like going to replace a 15 or a 12 inch? I mean, it could, but it's not going to sound the same. It's a completely different beast when it comes to being a speaker. It's a whole new type of subwoofer. They're not first, by the way. From what I can figure out, the first battery-powered double 8-inch speaker with rechargeable battery in it was from a company called Yorkville. Their battery wasn't removable. They didn't have a very good indicator system. I mean, it's okay. I'll do a comparison video. Hopefully I can get one of those to do a comparison video with, and you can see the differences. But all the things they didn't get right on that, which also include the prices, over $1,000, I think. This guy, way, way better for all of those. They check off the boxes way better. It's like they looked at that, so what's wrong with that? Let's make it better. And then they built this. So, not first, but definitely better. So your big question now is going to be, where do the batteries go? Well, in this case, the speaker at the bottom is where the battery goes. Now you're thinking, oh, I got to get to the bottom? Well, you're most likely, if you're going to be one of those people that change out the batteries, you're most likely going to have this sitting on its side. So that's the battery. These are your two battery compartments. All right. So again, we're going to see this little guy here. We got to line that up with the guy inside there to make sure it's going in the right spot. It's snug because they don't want it to shake about. Take the cover, put the cover back on. If you can't get the cover on or the cover down, the battery's probably not in right, or maybe you accidentally put it in backwards. That happens. Turn those screws. Look at it, all with my thumb. Now I'm going to open up the second one, and we're going to get in here. Now, it only comes with one, but it comes with two compartments, and it doesn't matter which compartment you put your battery in. It's going to work either way. So why don't I show you what the charger in the box looks like that this second battery came in. So here we go. I know I'm scrouching down a little bit. I want you to be able to see this. This right here, this is the GB200. Now, when you buy it, inside this box, it's going to be two things. It's going to be the battery, of course. Let me show you that, okay? The battery, okay? And the battery is in there. That comes out. The other box has your extra charger in it. Now, if you're at a gig and you're running it so long, say you're going full power and it turns out it's not going to be the full amount of time you need it to be, you can run away with the battery and use the charger to charge it up. Now, this is a worldwide charger. I mean, inside this box, it's full. It's got all these things in it. So it works everywhere in the world. So here we are. So this is what you need. If you want to charge this battery, you just simply plug that in there, plug it in the wall, and you're off to the races. Now the charger is 19 plus volts. The battery runs at 12. It's going to charge pretty fast. So like a laptop, in a couple hours it'll be charged. It usually charges about twice as fast as you need it to be here. So you're playing this like up and down. This is constantly getting a charge. It will get itself recharged in time for you to be able to swap it out. Pretty impressive. Now, I have been asked once, is this going to be louder because I put two batteries in it? The answer is no. This is just going to give it more power, more duration, longer lasting. There should be no change in overall power consumption because I'm running on an AC. I'm unlimited with what it wants to take for power is just going to happen. And there you go. Two batteries are now in place. That's all there has to be done to get two batteries in there. Ready to go. Now, I haven't given this a test, but scientifically, batteries are always going to try and balance themselves out. So if I had one dead battery in here because I just, ran it dead and I put a full charge battery in here without charging the second one, it'll, like two gas tanks. One's full, one's empty. They'll kind of level themselves out power-wise. So this way, if this one's full and this one's empty, it'll kind of level itself out after a day power-wise, and you'll have to top up both of them. So if your intention is to put a full battery in and then charge the other one, if convenient enough, take it out, get it charging right away, or remember that you may have to top up both batteries. These things happen. So if you want to learn more about the Mackie Thump Go series, this is the video you're going to want to watch. It's coming up right here, right there. I can do this all day. I'm going to just point at it. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. Bum, 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 da, 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 da. Yeah, do, 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 do. Dee, do, do, dee, 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 dee. That's the video you want to watch if you want to keep going down this rabbit hole. Ta-da!